welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. It's a year since I had my facelift. I was thinking about that at the beginning of the week, and it's a year yesterday, in fact. So it was about 7:30 last night. I remembered that this time last year, I would have been sat there eating ice cream. Or maybe it was a little later, because I think I probably came out of theatre at 7, back to my ward about 7:30. Anyway, I feel a whole lot better than I did this time last year, that's for sure. That said, I still got a little bit of numbness in my cheeks, but generally I'm very pleased with the result. I actually watched a vlog that I did in lockdown, I think it was. So it would have been about 2021. And my face was so baggy. So baggy, I can definitely see the difference, and I'm very pleased I spent all that money. Speaking of spending money, my kitchen is still not done, but hey, we're going to be talking about this till at least next Thursday. The worktop was supposed to be fitted today, but it's not. That's been delayed till next Wednesday. So obviously they can't get on with the tiling until that's in, so yeah, I reckon I've got another good week of this to go. But hey, we're nearly there, nearly at the end of that. In terms of the gig that I promised I was going to do, I had to cancel it in the end because I was so poorly. I was actually feeling a bit rough on Monday, but yesterday really ill, and I'm not too chipper today. But I do have a gig tomorrow, which is a big gig, and there's no way I can cancel that. So she says, but I do feel sort of better already. I wouldn't be able to make it if it was today, definitely, because I don't think I could do the travelling. But tomorrow I should be okay. With regard to the gig I cancelled, I wasn't very happy because I'm not going to do the gig anymore. Simple as that. It's a pay-to-play. It's the Cavendish Arms over in Stockwell. You know, it is a nice gig and there is an audience there and I get all of that. But I emailed her first thing in the morning to say I am not going to be able to make it because my time slot was like 9:15 or something that evening. There's just no way I was even going to be awake based on how I felt. So I emailed first thing and said, sorry, I can't make it. Can I rearrange to another day? And she promptly came back and told me, no, we're going to keep your money. We're going to keep your money because you didn't give 24 hours notice. So I was like, all right, I'll make sure that I plan my illnesses better in future. But, I mean, unbelievable, isn't it? They say it's not about the money. I don't know what it is then. Because, you know, they're sort of inferring that it's just, you get £10 against your bar tab. But if they're not going to give it to you, then, well, I mean, that's absolutely charging you for stage time, isn't it? Which is really interesting debate because Equity, of which I am a member, I might add, Equity are looking into all these kind of charges where they're a charge on hope, and their target at the moment are these sort of websites. I think it's called, what is it now? I'm on Star Now, but there's another one. Like it's like Mandy, but it's not Mandy. It's one of those Star. Anyway, you know what I mean. They're where you find opportunities as a creative to apply for, and one in particular has started charging a premium service, and Equity are now on the case to just say this is not good enough. You should be charging the directors and the producers. You should not be charging the creatives, the actors who are applying, because it is a tax on hope. Well, I think this is the same thing in comedy. And whilst the Cav is the most open about charging to perform, there's this really weird thing creeping in where the bucket speech is getting more and more pressure. There's certain producers out there, who I won't name for now, but I will if they keep doing it, that are starting to judge you by whether or not you contribute to the bucket at the end. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm more than happy to do so because I'm happy they provide the space and so on. But when it becomes an expectation from the acts, I think it's pushing it a bit far. So, yeah, do you know what? I may take this up with Equity. Well, I'll watch and see how they get on with the, I wish I could remember what the website's called, but because I don't want to misname them and blame someone else. But I will wait and see how they get on with that. And then I might start raising that this is a problem now in comedy. Right, that's my rant over. Definitely my rant over. So what else can I tell you? Yes, it's my face, gig. I don't think there's much else really. A little bit behind on my vlogs for my animation course. And Tuesday was fun. We did more. What did we do? We did more rotoscoping, which I'm finding fascinating. I'm not very good at drawing with the Wacom tablet, but I'm finding it really interesting and thinking about how I can include some of that in my final project. It's crazy, isn't it? I've only just started the course and now I've got to think about my final project. Because basically there's 30 weeks, 3 terms of 10, and the final term is all about your own project. So it's not long now before we're going to start. But hey, that's one for next year. Much love and gratitude.